Blam. And we're back. Welcome to me, making a fool of myself.
And I'm Kench1913, sitting here watching him make a fool of himself. How come you didn't get that point
To make sure I was safe, but I'm being shot from two different angles.
Yeah, Dan, you know what?
One of the things that makes this game hard is that the lack of precision.
Yeah, you know what else makes this game hard? Not cheating makes the game hard.
I didn't really cheat, apart from the fact that I'm using save states, kind of like Thomas South 25 would.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't even have a game anymore. He just uses states for no reason or whatnot. And you know what? Some people don't want to see that. Some people just want to see you play a game. And if you die, you know, you die. But him, he'll unsave state or save state it like any time. Even if he takes a hit, it's like, dude, take a hit. And then when you make fun of him, he's like, oh, I'm a baby. So Dan, what's been going on in your life? Did you ever get that thing that I sent you 4 months ago?
You sent me something?
Oh, it must have been the post office that didn't deliver it.
I did order a copy of Macromedia Flash 5.
Yeah.
And because Rob was interested in doing animations, and I set up some stuff for him. So if he wants to do a bunch of write some stuff and do some lip syncing, he can just animate the mouth movements, because that's pretty easy. That's something he can do.
Yeah, why don't you use that flying thing and fly to that area of that guy who's dead, and then shoot from another angle or something? Why don't you help the homeless, Dan? I did.
But anyway,
Did I mention on how I was helping the homeless within the 4 months? You know, I was helping my dad while he was in the rehabilitation center.
your dad is homeless?
No, I was just saying I was helping my dad. No, I'm just adding to the arrogance that I was adding in the first episode when he came back. Anyways, I was helping my dad, you know, with the rehabilitation at the rehabilitation center and everything. And when he came home and whatnot, Dan, then I went to work. Alright, Dan? Then I came home, I made dinner, I went out, I helped the homeless, alright, because they're still homeless in the evening when I get home from work. Then after that, I selflessly went down to the blood bank and gave blood, Dan. This was once a week, Dan. I would drink all the orange juice they had, because they would give you a free couple orange juice every time, and sometimes a cookie.
Did they give you Nutter Butters?
No, they gave me a cookie, Dan. And then I
like when they give you Nutter Butters. They're delicious.
Then I went down to the local, which is very far away, the local semen bank, Dan, and I donated some of my sperm.
You generous son of a bitch.
Yeah, for people of future generations, if they somehow come across these videos and say, I would love to have his baby.
Yeah,
you
Pete?
can go down to the sperm bank.
Yeah, Pete, did you drive your hybrid there? Or?
Yeah, Dan. Actually, I took a bicycle, Dan.
Oh.
For these 4 months, I was able to learn how to ride a bicycle. And I took a bike down to the sperm bank. And I saved not only over $400 in gas, alright, but I also was helping the environment by not having my carbon footprint smashed down onto the earth.
Wow, Pete, you do more things in a day than most people do all week.
Yeah, sometimes I even, you know, come home and, you know, and then it's wonderful, Dan. And then I take a shower, brush my teeth, all kinds of good things, Dan. You know how combing your hair is, right? And brushing your teeth.
I don't partake in hygiene.
Yeah, and then I put deodorant on, and occasionally I shave. And when I go into work, people say I smell nice. It's nice, Dan. Compliments. Do you get a lot of them? Let me ask you that.
No, I don't. Stop rubbing it in.
Do you ever go downstairs to your house that you live in, and then the 2 baby girls down there go, Hi, Dan. You smell good today. No, they never do that. It's a shame, Dan, and I'm sorry they don't know how to say it yet. But maybe one day they'll be like, Dan, you smell nice. And you can say, well, that's rude, honey. And then go on with your day. You know, you walk and you make some French toast. You know what I'm saying, Dan?
Yeah. Pete.
Yeah.
remember like about a half an hour ago before you started like talking?
Uh-huh.
Well, I was gonna tell a story, and I told like the first half of it, and then we had this long digression. So, if it's all right with you, I'd like to just complete that story.
Why don't you start from the beginning there?
All right, so I got my Flash in the mail because I wanted. Like,
Oh, a half hour ago. Wow. I thought that was like 6 minutes ago. But yeah, continue.
I'm exaggerating because I wanted to seem a little like.
Oh, okay. So it seemed like I was being more of a
Yeah.
douchebag, taking
More of a windbag.
taking the conversation in the way that I want to take it, rather than
Yeah,
listening
like you're
to
selfish and arrogant.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm not gonna deny you it.
All right, so and you know what? Now I'm gonna tell the story like as usual, and it's just gonna be a total letdown. Like.
Okay.
Because you always get me like bitter about the fact that you always railroad my story, and then when I like, can I finally tell my story now? And it's just nowhere near as good as I wanted it to be. Like it's nowhere as good as the anticipation I built up into getting to that story.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's gonna happen.
All right, so I ordered my copy of Flash, and when I got it. Brian got it because like it was delivered with FedEx, and he was like, "Oh, that your suspicious-looking package came in the mail," and so the reason he said it was suspicious was because the postal service ripped open the package and took out
Wait a minute. If you got it through FedEx, how did the post office see it?
Wait, no, not through FedEx. Like it was just delivered through what is it, Economy Mail or something like that.
Yeah.
And so they put this big stamp on it that said suspicious package opened by the postal service. And I was like, what the hell was in that package that made them think that it was suspicious?
Okay.
It was weird.
Mm-hmm.
Flying.
Is there anything else?
Oh, that was it, Pete. See, I told you, it's a total letdown now.
Well, Dan, you didn't have anything exciting happening except just the package. It's like, is this gonna put together your thing, or you're not gonna get that until another hub?
Probably not until another hub.
Oh, okay. No offense to, I'm just using that word. I'm sad.
Yeah.
I'm sad about it. Well, Dan, you know what? You should have. You know
Hey,
what
you just did a complete 360 of the meaning of that word.
Yeah.
It first started off at one extreme for being happy and happy-go-lucky and delightful, and then it kind of evolved into this word that meant like that you like have sex with people who are the same gender, and then in that instance you used it for the complete opposite of what it started out to be.
Yeah,
and I said 360, but I meant that it took a 180.
Yeah. See, Dan, can I just tell you something about your story?
What? That it sucks? I know.
No, not that it sucks, Dan. It's that, like, you know, when you tell a story sometimes, Dan, you gotta think of it in the aspect of maybe like a book, or maybe like a movie.
So I should have divided up into chapters.
You should have built it up in the beginning, kind of like set up the story. You know, you kind of did. You're like, Rob, I ordered this thing through the mail for my friend Rob. I put it on the package. Then you got to really build it up in the second half. You know what I mean? Or the set. You know, you're in the. Think of it as an arch.
Is Vicky making porno music?
I don't know, but the pinnacle of your story should have been, I got it in the mail and it was all messed up, all right? And then you start talking about how you used to be in a drug cartel, all right, that had various things.
I ran right into that green fire.
Yeah, and then you would talk about other
Flying.
things. How do you fly anyways?
You just press the jump button.
Oh.
Pretty much.
Anyways, Dan, you gotta tell the people why, and then you have to have something exciting happen at the very end. So maybe it's not even.
And then I got into a fist fight with Jackie Chan.
Oh shit! Really? He came over the house because you know what? They were shooting this new movie about him being this internal postal service guy
Really?
who also knows martial arts.
Yeah.
And he stars with Chris Tucker and Owen Wilson, and they're doing all kinds of crazy stuff. You know what I mean? You ever see that? They're taping that movie, so they were taping this scene at Dan's house where he got a suspicious package in the mail because he was with the drug cartel. He used to be a drug cartel. it was suspicious, so that they opened it up and they smashed it with a hammer, and then they were like, oh, it's only a computer program, and then they were fine. And then they were fine with it. You know what I mean, Dan?
Yeah.
See, now that's how the story ended, and then they paid you. They gave you back the money for shipping.
You're right. That's how I'm gonna tell this story from now on.
Yeah.
I don't think you didn't see these guys yet, but look.
I don't want to see them.
Why not?
Because they're gonna be scary.
Really?
No.
There he is.
Oh, green Donkula.
Gonkula! Ah! There are a couple of different Gonkulas down there.
Why do they come up, Dan? It's like the Loch Ness's brother or something.
Maybe they come up to attack you.
Why?
Feast on the brains
Why
of the
can't
living.
Why can't they just stay down there and have a great time?
I don't know, Pete.
You know, didn't that crab sing about how much it's funner under the sea?
I think he did. Under the sea.
You figured they would rather just stay down there.
This is called the Dingle Hopper. Whoa, where are these guys coming from?
Why are you killing them all, Dan?
Because I want them to go extinct, because I hate nature.
You do?
Yeah.
Even after you created that video?
What video?
Let's hike. We're hiking in nature.
Dun 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 bum 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 bum.
Was that supposed to be Superman?
Yeah. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Bum 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 bum.
Didn't John Williams do that?
Bum 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 bum. I don't know.
I think John Williams did that. He makes all the best
Whoa! I
stuff.
ran out of shooting.
Him and Andy Koufax, they make the best stuff.
Yeah.
What the hell are you doing down here, man?
Fighting these dudes.
Isn't this over yet? The secret area?
Almost.
You probably shouldn't do the next one.
Do the next one.
Do not do the next one.
The next secret level?
Yeah. Is there a secret level at the hub?
There's a secret. There's only 2 that I know of,
Well, then you know it, huh?
and the other one's way out in the bowels of this game.
So, Dan, is there any way that you could put on a code that would let you swing your axe or whatever, and they would just all die?
Not that I know of.
Like, there
But
was
when I go get my ghost shooting wand, these guys will be dead in instant. The ghost will just rip them apart.
Because there was this code.
Ghosts will fly through them and just get inside them, like at the end of Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark, and then they just melt.
See, there was this code that I put on when I was playing a game. What game was it? I forget what game, but it was basically all I had to do was throw a punch and they all died. It was awesome. And I'm just going through the game, and whenever you see an enemy on the screen, you just have to punch, even if the guy was in your area, he would just die. It was awesome.
Well, I'm not a cheater, parents. Like
Dan,
you.
I was just playing it for fun.
Yeah, well, actually, that's what I said is not true, because I probably have cheated.
Yeah, I remember you cheating a lot.
Yeah.
I remember back in school, Dan, when you weren't...
I was looking at your paper.
When you weren't in the same grade that I was in, and I remember you cheated off my test.
I graduated from high school after, like before you, and I was
way
like,
before me, like
and you
years.
and you were taking a test one day, and I went to school and I was peering in the window,
Yeah,
and I was recording your answers.
Yeah, I know, and
I can tell you right off the bat that you had number 7 wrong.
Yeah, I did so poorly on
The
that
answer
test.
was not C.
I did so poorly on that test.
I think a little less of you, knowing that you wrote C when the answer was clearly A.
Yeah, I know, man. Sometimes I just don't know what an adjective, conjunctive thingitis is.
Yeah. Can't believe it.
Look at that. Look at that, huh? Damn, that's stained glass.
Yeah.
Stained glass windows.
Yep.
You know how they are.
Kablam! I just broke it.
No!
What do I do here? I think I've got to put a gem in there or something.
Oh, man.
Gem! Simply outrageous.
Flash!
Ah! He saved every one of us. He
Flash!
did something else to us.
You did, yeah, that's right. You did something else. Something.
Flash! Oh!
Something gross. Dan, if you could have one guy not die, who would it be?
In this game?
Yeah, besides you. So what the hell did you put on? Why did you put that there?
What, where?
That gem.
I have no idea. I think it opens up a door over there somewhere. Flush!
This level stinks, man.
It does. It's my least favorite level. It's kind of stupid.
Yeah, I know. Look at it.
Probably should have skipped this level. I probably should have saved myself from dying 100 times by just bypassing this dumb
Yeah,
level.
you know what? We should have, Ken, but we're not.
But at least if people didn't know about this level, they know about it now.
Yeah, and we're gonna bypass every other secret level there is.
Well, the other secret level isn't as dumb.
Yeah, and we're gonna, you know what else we're gonna do, Dan? We're gonna bypass every other level in this game. Could you just put the code in and get to the end?
I thought you didn't. I thought you finished what you started.
I do.
So how can you finish what you start if you don't even like start? Or,
Well,
like,
well, I finish what I start. Doesn't mean that I don't show the middle. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean that I don't show the middle. Is that what I'm trying to say?
I don't know what we're
I
talking
don't think
about.
we should be using a double conjective right here. What is that called?
Say it again.
Don't.
A double negative?
Yeah, that's it. You got it. Because a negative plus a negative equals positive. And that's why...
Not in English.
Not in English, that's right. In English, negative plus a negative equals... Or a negative plus a negative in English is you're retarded.
Pretty much.
So so it's not like I don't want to show the middle. That's what I'm saying. I finish and start all my games, but the middle is fairly hazy.
Look, it's a chess piece.
Why are you getting a rook?
That's what you get in order to become invulnerable, which I probably could have used at that ice place, but you have to go to the ice place before you come here.
Well, you know what, Dan?
Alright, I'm done with the secret level pretty
The
much.
rook is my favorite chess piece in the game.
Not the queen?
No. When I
When
talk about favorite chess piece, I'm talking about rooks. Right? I just look at the rook and I think, man, that is a sexy piece. You can't really look at the queen and be like, because you know what? I see the rook and I see, you know what? This thing is sturdy. It's going to take care of me. When I'm not feeling well, that rook's going to be there. But you, I don't know where you go from. You like the pawn? Small, not dependable. That's why there's so many of them.
Pete, you don't even play chess, do you?
I do play chess. I would never pick the knight because I don't... Not that I don't like horses, it's just I never want to be on a horse and then fall off the bed. No, seriously, this is seriousness now. Ever since Christopher Reeves got paralyzed riding a horse, I've been afraid to ride a horse. I'm not cool.
And so that's why you hate rooks and chess?
No, knights, Dan, knights. I like knights.
Oh, knights.
I hate
Sorry.
knights. Well, I don't hate knights, I just don't... Not that I don't like horses, I'd pet a horse all day, but...
They're soft, but sometimes they're mean.
Yeah.
My brother and his wife used to work with horses, and my
Yeah,
brother actually owns a horse.
Yeah, and they're ornery, right?
Well, some of them are nasty. Like, my brother was telling me about this time, like, because a horse can beat the shit out of you because it's this huge animal. And so sometimes you have to rough them up in ways that you would think are cruel, but I guess, you have to, because you have to show that you're the dominant animal. And so, like, one time my brother was telling me about how he was at the stable where his wife works, and he was, like, petting this horse, and it reached over and just bit down on his shoulder and, like, lifted him up. And so he had to just punch the horse in the face to let him go, have it let him go. Are we done?
Yeah, we are done for the idea, and that was a good story.
Nice.
You got one down.
Nice, I told a good story.
So this has been Hexen 1913.
And Dosey Films, storyteller extraordinaire.
And we'll see you in the next episode.